and we'll have a safety car with 20 minutes to go.
Yep, safety car.
But that was an enormous fire. Craig's out, he's all right. The car just pulled off to the side of the road. But there was smoke down by the tyre bundles down at Hancock Turn at Murray's, and I think that car was off in the gravel trap before it ended up there. But it was an enormous plume of smoke out the back of the AMG, and we'll show you that now. So down into Hancock Turn, watch the silver car under brakes, following the bit, no, top of the screen. Now, huge detonation, so the car doesn't stop, so it's launched an engine. It gets the thing turned in. No, it didn't run off in the gravel trap. It was just the smoke plume managed to end up there. I mean, that's like a smoke screen from one of the old Batman movies, isn't it? That's extraordinary. And then watch the flame. When he gets the car stopped, and great presence of mind from Berto to get the car pulled driver's right out of harm's way, because if you're behind that, you have no idea what's in front of you. And then a huge plume of smoke, and they've got that car out. The fire stopped. It would have just been oil igniting on the rear brakes of that car. But that's a huge detonation.
There's Craig right there. He's just picking up his helmet and stuff. He looks okay. A bit shaken though, but
yeah, he would have copped a lungful of smoke in that. So they'll take him to the medical centre. But he's one of the fittest guys around, and he's walking under his own steam. He climbed out under his own steam. Here's another Hi-Tec Oils replay. Check out the fire. I mean, that's a couple of metres up the back of the car. There's a huge plume out behind it. We saw it happen at our commentary box window.
Fireys did a great job to get on that as quickly as they possibly could as well, and it's probably a good spot to actually pull that car up because it's right underneath the flag marshal's point there on the main straight.
Don't worry about the official margin. They're locked together, and Luke Searle has an opportunity to drive the race of his life. Bear in mind his co-driver has won the Bathurst 1000 and has won the Bathurst 12 hour. He'd love a 6 hour on the mantelpiece, and the first driver in history to win the 3 big ones at Bathurst.
Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. I'd get to the side of the fence wherever you are around Mount Panorama. With just on 11 minutes to go, as soon as they cross that line, this is going to be on.
What a motor race. What a day. Under the Hitachi Bridge. Ford Focus RS versus BMW M135. Don't worry about the lap cars. It's just these two now. They've got Bathurst to themselves to fight it out for the Hi-Tec Oils Bathurst 6 hour. It's a brilliant restart from Luke Searle. Mostert has to defend straight away. Move to the middle of the road. They'll turn into turn 1.
Chaz.
Trying to feel the tyre pressure in the Hancocks. Searle using all of the road at Hell Corner. And up the hill they go. That's the DPO squad watching on. Mostert on the inside of the racetrack. He's got a BMW in his tow. Luke needs to be smart about this. You've got time and you've got clear racetrack. And you know you're better down Conrod. Griffin's Bend. Let's see what Mostert does across the top. Nothing short of spectacular across there today. The liberties he's taking with lap cars paid off before. It got him margin. It won't help him now. We know the Focus is better across there, but we know the BMW coming down the hill will be stronger.
Searle was using all the exit road then coming out of the cutting, and he used it as well coming out of Griffin's Bend. You can see though, this is where Chaz Mostert is going to make up his time. You watch him going over at the top into McPhillip. It's going to be sideways. You betcha, there it is. He tips it in, the left-hander. He'll use a bit of exit ripple strip here, and that margin is now starting to expand, as you would expect, as they come down the hill once again.
The worst cutaway in history. The teams hate that. They absolutely hate it. We love it. Entertaining for us. Oh, gee, Luke just got the thing stopped into the dipper there. It looked like he understeered a bit. Mostert pulling away, Brian.
He's not going to be close enough, is he? By the time they get down to the chase, the Focus is too good going across the top of Mount Panorama.
It's just that commitment he's got across there. The way that car is hooked up. Out of the elbow they go. Let's watch down Conrod. The BMW's a couple of k's an hour quicker in a straight line, but Mostert may have just broken the back of this race by being the most committed he's ever been across the top of the mountain. There's 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go. And the defending champions have found themselves back in front from one of the teams that have supported production car racing for a very long time, the Roadkill Express crew out of Newcastle. They're P2. Mostert with a little bit of breathing room. The official margin as they cross the line is 1.2 seconds. And it's a 2:25.9 for Chaz Mostert. It's his fastest lap of the motor race on the restart. That is an extraordinary lap time. To a 2:26.9 for Luke Searle. So Mostert punches out his car's fastest lap, the lap after a restart on cold hand-cooked tyres. That is amazing.
The shot of Nathan Walker was like, get out of here, Chaz. That's nuts. That is absolutely incredible. But that's what he needs to do at the moment to hold this race. And you can see already that margin from what it was a lap ago has certainly extended. And Mostert now is starting to put his ascendancy on this race with only, well, 7.5 minutes to go.
I tell you what, Ryan Simpson's catching Devarshan Padiachi as well. So the number 7 Mitsubishi's hauling in the number 29 Merc for the final spot on the podium. So that might yet be up for grabs yet. Not that this leading battle's done with either. And they will get traffic. You can almost bank on it. The leaders just crossed the start-finish line now, and these guys are up at the John Hinksman Vista. So it'll be a lap or two, but they're going to get there before the end of the race.
Just to throw another curveball into it, it's going to be intense. And it's going to be ebbing and flowing like you could not believe. If anything, Chaz needs to build that margin now, because by the time they do hit lap traffic, then that might just evaporate, and that's where, again, he'll need to be forceful.
I can't believe that lap from Chaz. You don't often see in endurance races the fastest lap set right at the very end, especially in production car endurance racing. But that's what he's done. What a testament to this crew. The DPO squad, we heard from Bob Riley early on. Nigel Bolling, who's built more than his fair share of production cars over the years. And Barry Morgan and the team have put together a really strong program. This is the longest this car's ever run. It did a shakedown at Wakefield Park before this weekend, and that's about it. It is a brand new race car, and it had dramas yesterday. They qualified 16th, and with turbo boost issues, they had no boost in quali. It did a 30.0, and they were 16th and a long way down the order. Bear in mind, they won this race from 11th last year. So at the moment, we're on for this race being won from outside the top 10 on 2 occasions. No one's won the 12-hour from outside the top 10.
It's a cool stat itself, isn't it? Headlights ablaze as we're getting later in the day at Mount Panorama on this Easter Sunday.
Well, this should be the fight for third place. The BMW goes through on Ryan Simpson, but Ryan was closing in on Devarshan Padiachi here. Chaz Mostert, 2:25.82, fastest lap of the motor race for him, but going with him is Luke Searle. Does a 25.85. Luke Searle has just gone faster than he qualified, and he qualified second. This is some kind of drive from Luke. He is driving his heart out, and he's kept the gap at 1.3 seconds. This is still very much anyone's motor race. And they're at lap record pace, literally lap record pace at the front of the field. Mostert sets the fastest lap of the day on lap 110. And Searle goes with him punch for punch. And the little BMW has not given up yet. And there's a feel-good story to either one of these cars to win this motor race. But what a display of motor racing at Mount Panorama.
It's got a feeling here that Luke Searle's just pulled a little bit back on Chaz Mostert over the top there.
I feel I'm in agreement with you, absolutely.
To the first sector, Chaz Mostert, 1 minute, 0.2 exact, and then just behind him, you had Searle, 59.7. To the first sector alone, Searle was half a second quicker.
This is a great motor race. What a car race. Chaz has got that thing as hooked up as I've ever seen a race car at this place. Lap record on lap 110. The fastest laps for both these cars on lap 110. They're punching out qualifying numbers. It's incredible at the end of a 6-hour production car race.
Tell you what, if Searle can do this for another lap or two, this sort of pace, he's going to be close enough to have a lunge at Chaz Mostert. Look at it now. This might just be the moment. Mostert, the car seems to be slowing down the inside. Here comes Searle, a change for the lead with 4 minutes left in the great race of the Hi-Tec Oils Bathurst 6 Hour. Luke Searle is your new race leader.
Mostert's not done with yet. Good run out of the chase. Searle will have to defend into Hancock corner. Chaz will send it left and then right. Right on the edge of braking, the brake disc's glowing. A change of the lead with 4 minutes to go. The BMW is in front and we're running out of laps. What next? What's Chaz got left? There's got to be something more for car one. Surely that's not it. From everything we've seen from them today, from passing lap cars on the grass at the metal grate, he will have another go. If he can get a good run across the top, he will have another go.
Forest elbow might just have to be the moment for him as they turn it back into Griffin's Bend once again. Not too much time left in this race. How much has Chaz Mostert got left in this car to have a lunge at Luke Searle? I tell you what, he pushed hard at the restart to get a margin across the top. He's going to have to push even harder this time by.
Luke Searle has driven the race of his life, and he's about 3 minutes away from a race win at Bathurst. Right, Mostert, this is where that car's better. What's he got? On lap record pace at the end of the Hi-Tec Oils Bathurst 6 Hour. And an extraordinary day on the mountain. He's reeled him in a little bit. He's reeled him in a little bit more. But will he be close enough to have a go at the elbow? That's the only place I can think of. He's just going to have to send it down the inside and then hope that he can hold on down Conrod Straight. But I don't know if he's got enough.
The only benefit now, if anything, is he's going to have a little bit of a slipstream coming down Conrod Straight, so it might just help the top-end speed ever so slightly for Chaz Mostert. He's certainly not close enough at the moment, and time is running out. Chaz Mostert has led this race for the second half pretty well much, but with 4 minutes left to go, unfortunately, it's not within the ballpark for them right now.
I'm wondering if something's happened to that car. It's just seemed to be losing speed as it goes down Mountain Straight. Obviously, the Beamer is quicker. But don't forget, gentlemen, the race for third place is still on as well.
Yeah, it is, and Ryan Simpson's 1.9 behind Devash and Padiachi. The BMW pulls away. The Focus is limping. What's going on? They've got to limp this car home. There's not too long to go. It should be the second time after the control line, after 5:58 local, which we're at now. So there's a minute on the clock.
There's Paul Morris. He's going to make the treble. It looks like they're going to make the treble.
Here goes Searle. The gap has extended. Mostert across the line. It's 5 seconds. He's got to bring it home now.
Mostert was near 60 kilometres per hour slower going down Conrod Straight that time by, so something is certainly not right at the moment with this number one car. After 6 hours of racing just about, with checkered flag just about in sight, Chaz Mostert is limping this car home.
This is the last lap of the Hi-Tec Oils Bathurst 6 Hour. Paul Morris on the verge of history. Mostert limping home. 2:31.3 last time round.
Dare I say this is maybe a fuel conservation issue?
Maybe they are out of fuel. That's a good point, Benny. Hadn't thought of that.
And if so, on the last lap of another endurance race here at Mount Panorama.
Or it could be a result of punching out a lap record on the 110th lap of what's going to be a 113 lap motor race. Last lap of the Hi-Tec Oils Bathurst 6 Hour, and it's been amazing. And this little team, the Rochelle Express team, they've been racing BMWs for as long as I've been watching car racing. Back in the Super Touring days, Luke Searle would never qualify on a Saturday and would rock up on Sunday and start from the back of the field as a young guy and race his way to the front of the Independence Cup in that category. They've moved to production cars and they've raced sporadically, but nothing like this has come their way. And Paul Morris won the Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000 when we thought it would never be a thing, with Chaz Mostert in 14. He's won the 12 Hour, and he's about to add a Hi-Tec Oils Bathurst 6 Hour and be the first ever to sweep the major endurance races at Mount Panorama. The BMW heads down Conrod. There's the Focus. and it's been an amazing day. And this is third place. That's for the final spot on the podium. Ryan Simpson throwing everything he can at the AMG. But the leader will be soon to the checkered flag for Luke Searle and Paul Morris and the Roadkill Express team. It's an amazing day at Mount Panorama. An unlikely result, but what a welcome winner. Luke Searle and Paul Morris win the Hi-Tec Oils Bathurst 6 Hour with a pass for the lead in the final 5 minutes. And that man has won the Bathurst Triple. And that is a great motor race.
What an effort, what an effort. Paul Morris, there he is on screen. Just loving every minute of this one. I tell you what, there's probably a fair bit of emotion attached to that one as well, because for him, this is a remarkable victory. Its place has bitten him for year after years, and now all of a sudden he's got a couple of Bathurst wins to his name.
Devashan Paddy actually held on. He held out Ryan Simpson by half a second for the final spot on the podium. There are a few post-race investigations, I've just been told, so the podium may be delayed slightly, but which begs to me that it might be for some of the cars in the top three, but we'll come back to that.
Oh, you couldn't write this.
It's an amazing story,
you could employ a whole gaggle of writers from Hollywood. You cannot write this stuff.
I wonder if he ran out of rubber, Chaz Mostert. I mean, can we just reiterate that he did a 2:25.82 on lap 110, fastest lap of the race. Ryan Simpson, so Ryan Simpson did his fastest lap of the race on lap 111. Devashan Paddy actually did his fastest lap of the race on lap 112. He saved his best till last. So when the stakes are high, holy moly. Let's give you some class winners. Jack Perkins is going to win Class B with Lee Burgess, and they'll finish a very commendable 8th outright in the BMW. Scott Barguana across the line, 12th outright winner of A2, and back-to-back wins for the number 3 Toyota, Chris Sutton, across the line.
The O'Donnell BMW finishes another endurance race here at Mount Panorama.
So actually it's not back-to-back wins, it was Reeves and Kane last year in Class D that got the win, so it's Chris Sutton who's done the job in Class D in car number 3 this year, so that's a big performance from those guys. So, oh no, it is Reeves and Sutton. Reeves won it back-to-back. I was right the first time, shouldn't correct myself. Back yourself in, Kralsey, come on. Rollsy.
I'm with Paul Morris. Paul, you look ecstatic. Congratulations. 6 Hour winner with Luke Searle. How are you feeling?
Just stoked for Luke, really. He's one of Australia's best drivers, but he's one of those guys that slipped through the net, you know. He never quite got a professional drive, but man, did he wheel that car today. And we spoke before. You asked me, is he the right guy to have it in the car at the end of the day, and you just saw he was, for sure.
Did you think when he was behind Chaz after that safety car that he could actually win the race?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, it's never over till it's over here. I know what this place is like, and you only have to lead the last lap. And like, Chaz was just wheeling the thing through traffic, and the car was four-wheel drive, so he was using the grass and bits of curb, and you saw how good Chaz was. But we just had to, keep plucking away, and then. When that safety car came out and the tyres cooled down, we had a bit of a speak over the radio and just where we could make a little bit of time up in the car, and Luke adjusted his drive and dropped the hammer, and it was on.
And you just further etched your name in motorsport history, especially Bathurst history. That is the Bathurst Endurance three-peat.
Yeah, John Bow just said I've just won the Triple Crown, so that's pretty good.
We'll call it the Triple Crown.
Yeah, it's awesome. I can't believe it's good. So, and just, great place to come and race, and great bunch of guys. Look, all volunteers here. And to be able to put a bunch of guys together and work together as a team. Everyone's got day jobs, and you come here and win a car race like this. It's pretty cool.
And you seem very emotional about the whole win.
Oh, always emotional when I come here, so it's a pretty magical place.
Well, let's wait for Luke to come in, and congratulations again.
Thank you.